Hi guys, I'm the British WW2 man, and I just want to say really sorry for the big gaps in videos. I'm incredibly busy with work right at the moment, so I've literally not had enough time to be able to really get around to uploading videos. So with that said, I've just got basically an update, not from the One Piece show. I got a whole load of new stuff from that, which is too much to put into a video with all this stuff. So I'll just go on to this stuff straight away. So first off, I went to the Trowbridge Veterans Show about 4 weeks ago, something like that. And I got this from them. It's really awesome. I got the strap from Dad Stick Out, but the rest of it I got from Trowbridge Veterans Show. So it's semi-relic condition. Inside of it, see if I can get the flash up. So inside, you should be able to see, hopefully, don't know if you can see that inside there, but there is a whole lot of rust in there, and basically that's just from how old it is. It's got a 1942 date on the strap here. You can see that just above my knuckle, and then inside of it has the 1941 date on the eye shield piece here, which is really awesome. And the most awesome thing is it also has the original eye shields with it, which is quite rare to find in the case with those. It's got the lovely original strap as well, the strap here, and also on the bottom it's got the D, which means it's sealed totally, so it's watertight as well, so it could go through. You could have your mask in it and you could go through water and you wouldn't destroy your filter. The strap here I got at Dallas Dig Out a couple of weeks later, like 12 quid, something like that. Does the job. So that's that. Now some of the other things that I've picked up I picked up this Panto 7 cross strap. I've also picked up another one which is pea green, but I can't find that at the moment. And also you might have seen this, which is my Papashka, which is basically Don Cossack cap, which basically almost all Cossack units had a form of this. There was the another type, can't remember the name of it, which is what they used beforehand in the Imperial times, which quite a lot of German Cossacks had. So I'm basing this off the one that C.J. Campbell has. This his version had the large eagle here, and it had the Cossack roundels underneath. So this is original Soviet surplus cap, and that's an original eagle that I bought from an antique shop for I think 30 quid, something like that. And the cap was I think 25 quid. This is a post-war modern Russian cockade, which I've painted to be correct, but I'm going to remove that and remove the paint off that because I did manage to pick up something for that, which is here. So this came from the US ages ago, and it is, I opened it up just because I didn't have a chance to film it. These. So here is the correct Don Cossacks cap cockade, so that will be going here to replace that one. There is this, which is Don Cossack shields, and there's also the Cossack cavalry collar tabs, which will be going on my Don Cossack volunteers tunic, which is here. So at the moment I've got my German enlisted man's collar tabs. I'm going to remove them, even though I spent ages trying to sew them on. I'm going to remove them and replace them with these. even though it's not totally inaccurate, because quite a lot of Cossacks did wear the standard enlisted man's collar tab, because I've found lots and lots of pictures of them doing that. I was going to have a Russian Liberation Army shield on this, but then I decided against it, because why do that when you can be a Cossack? Cossacks are more cool in my opinion. I've also got my Order of the Eastern Peoples medal ribbon, which is in silver, this one, because it's got the silver stripes. It came in 3 classes: bronze, which had no stripes; silver, which had this stripes; and gold, which had gold stripes, I believe. And they're just furthering the Eastern Peoples. You'll get awarded that. That's for the rank, and I think just to identify that they're also Eastern units, it's infantry, piped. So that is that. So that is how my Cossack impression is coming along. So there's going in there for adding on. It's nice that they actually sent me 2 of these, so I can actually, in case one goes wrong, or if I want to make another uniform. So that is those. Also, when I was at the Trowbridge Veterans Show, I picked up this, which is a German style binoculars case. It's not got binoculars in, it's got like a bar and Stroud binoculars instructions inside, which is just like a case from for the instructions rather, and there's no instructions in there, but so what. Anyway, I need to resew this part here. It broke off because my mum picked it up by the lid. Anyway, so that's that, and I'm gonna have to find a strap for it, possibly resew that. But yeah, that's almost the same as the World War II German one, so that would be going with my German, one of my German sets of binoculars. Another thing I've got from the Trowbridge Veterans Show was this, I believe. Yeah, it's this one. No, those are the binoculars. Sorry, those were the binoculars that I was going to put in this here. I bought this from the Mid-Hants Railway, where they had the war on the line. That's where I got this binoculars case from. So I'll put them in there for now. This is again almost the same as a World War II German binoculars case. But it's British made. I'm just getting that just for now to, like, you know, it's original, and who says that German officer or NCO hadn't gone to England before the war and picked up the binoculars case? Because I can't imagine if he had a good binoculars case, he wouldn't just use it, or good binoculars for that matter. And this I also got from the Trowbridge Veterans Show. These are a pair of new binoculars. They're French, but pretty nice. I got these for a £5. I got all these cases for a £5, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, probably 20s, 30s by the look of it. So onto the newest things that I've got. So I went to a military shop near where I live. Well, not near where I live, but anyway, I went to a military shop and I got these 2 things here and this bayonet. So these, sorry, you can't see that very well. So these 2 things here, just put the camera down, are campaign shields. These are incorrect colour, so I'm going to paint them, but that is for the Colm pocket shield. That's Demyansk pocket shield. So in 1941, late 1941, early 42, the Soviets did a large counteroffensive against Army Group North, where they cut off, I believe it was 50,000 to 100,000 German troops at Demyansk, and 5,000 German troops around Colm. And Colm was an important pocket and city because it had held a vital point on the river. I'd like to say River Bug. I can't remember the name of the river. Anyway, it also had important bridges and important rail and road links that the Germans would need if they wanted to help the German troops that were in the Demyansk pocket, which was far northern than Colm. They also had, both of these were resupplied by air, which is why the Demyansk pocket has got a picture of a plane, which is to resemble the airlift. They managed to airlift more troops in, get lots of supplies in. They actually used the first MKB-42Hs, were both used in Colm and Demyansk, which I think is a really interesting little fact. The Germans managed to relieve them both, and then that's really all there's to say. There's 5,000 of these awarded, of the Colm ones. They're also awarded to the victims, the soldiers' families, if the soldiers died. And that was basically anyone who's in Colm for the battle would have been awarded this one, and I believe the same with the Demyansk one as well. Apart from that, I think the relief effort as well might have possibly got the Demyansk shield. So that's basically those. I also got this, which is a Mauser K98K bayonet. It's original, a 1941 date. So there's the scabbard. The scabbard's got 1941 on it there. And here's the bayonet. It's made by EUF Horster. And yeah, it's in good nick. It's got 2 Waffenamps up there. It's got another serial number on the button, and another serial number on the scabbard. The interesting thing is the scabbard is 10 out with this, the blade, because the blade is A9722. The scabbard is A9712. It's only 10 out. Interesting thing is the bayonet has EOF Horster, and the scabbard has CRS 40 or 41 CRS written on it, which means that we kind of got a serial number, range and date between these were both made, unless of course the factory code is for a different factory. I'm pretty sure it isn't though. And also it's got the little Waffenamp down here. Probably can't see that very well. Anyway, so I got all of these for 70 quid, which is very awesome. I've got another one of these Colm shields on a tunic, which I'm badging out for Feldjäger. So yeah. On to some other things. I went to another antique shop, well, an antique shop rather, and I got these. This is a what's called a button stick. So what you do is you would get a little button, brass button. You slide on here. Well, it'll be attached to the uniform first, and then you'll basically slide this on. You'll be able to brasso it, and that would avoid you from having to get brasso on your uniform, which is especially useful for like dress uniforms and stuff like that. And that'll probably be for cap buttons, so you could just pop the cap button through there, polish it, pop it out again. So that was £2 for that. Not bad. This looks like it possibly could be First World War, possibly, maybe, if I'm lucky, a little bit earlier. I also got an ACME whistle, which was £9. Pretty awesome. This is similar to the type that was used by the RAF during the war, so pretty awesome. There's the writing, if the camera will focus. So yeah, I then went to another antique shop and got all of these. So I'll start off with this one because this is the awesome one. So these are a pair of World War II British binoculars. So these might have been redone post-war, I think, and they've added on these red screws. I'm not sure what they're for. I believe it might be something to do with like warning or nuclear warning or something like that, or to help find it at night maybe. Anyway, I've compared like the markings to an original one, and it all seems to be fine. It's got good like reticules and things, and both the glasses, all that stuff is okay. You can adjust it well. So yeah, pretty nice. They're going to go with my British Officer's Impression, which is pretty awesome. So next thing I got was these. Oh, these were 20 quid, by the way. These are a pair of British straps so that you could have your Pattern 37 webbing straps could be attached to your belt. It's basically for officers or other troops that aren't issued with the rifle ammunition pouches. So basically this will go through here, and then through there, and then that would then go through your belt, and so you end up with something that looked like this. So that's just for the officer's pistol holster and ammo pouch or compass pouch at the top. So that's what you'd end up in getting to look like. I've got those two because I've got currently unblancoed or desert blancoed ones on my British Officer's webbing. I'm trying to get blancoed parts for everything. It's nice to just find original blanco parts like these, so I don't have to worry about getting any pea green blanco and blancoing it myself, because one, I don't particularly like doing that to original stuff, and two, it's absolute ball ache. So next thing, got these. By the way, these were 7 quid. Double wrap. So these are 3 knives. This one looks very similar to an SOE knife. It probably isn't. It's probably wishful thinking. Yeah, it possibly is just a standard civilian knife. Anyway, it's probably useful for my German, so I've got it for that. It's called Konia or something like that on there, and it's got no other markings on the can opener. Nearly messed my fingernail up doing that. Anyway, so this is another one. This is the Eyewitness, which is just I think it's more like a little more of like a private purchase sort of one. This, I'm not sure of the date, couldn't find one on it. The guy who sold it to me couldn't find one, but it's almost certainly original wartime. This is the bit for either splicing rope, or if you're cavalry, removing stones from the horse's hooves, if this was used in the First World War. But yeah, the company was Eyewitness was owned by Taylors, I believe, and it was based in Sheffield. And I got another one here, which is pretty awesome. This one's 42 dated on the on the bit that for taking the cans, for opening the cans at 43. Sorry, 43 dated, not bad. But the interesting thing is this looks like it's got blood rust on it, which is really interesting. And blood rust is basically when any metal comes in contact with blood. If it's not removed quickly or properly, it can end up in rusting in a special particular way. So I've got, I think, about 3 DX, 4 DX possibly, which have got blood rust on, which is very interesting. If you've got this in like a deal of like 3 things, which is just a blue bottle, probably early 20th century, late 19th. So it's very nice. It probably would have had a perfume in by the looks of it. So yeah, very nice indeed. Missing the stopper, but doesn't particularly matter. Might be able to find one of those somewhere. And so yeah, this was a £3-5 thing. That, so these two. This is an Eveready razor. It's got what feels like a plastic imitation ivory handle. So that is the Eveready stamp. So you slot your blade in there, close that down, and then shave. Pretty nice. I picked up a gentleman's set as well. I can't find that, but it was missing a razor, so I got that for that. I also got this, which is a Masonic pouch, possibly 19th century by the look of the design on the leatherwork. It looks very similar to a Kodak Best pocket camera case, but I've not tried it out with that yet. And it's got, feels like a plastic or possibly a Bakelite little part here. It has a bit cut away here. I'm not sure what that means it was used for. Possibly some radio part, or like voltmeter or battery or something like that. Got a little attachment for attaching it to a belt, which is really interesting. So yeah, interesting that it's got like the little Masonic marking there. And then this is the final thing, which is a helmet net. So you can either use it just for, it's almost certainly not wartime, it's modern actually, yeah, but it's the same as a scrum net. Scrum nets literally haven't changed since World War II, so I can either use it for one of my World War II impressions for the helmet, or I can use it for one of my World War II impressions for just wearing around the neck or anything like that. So yeah, if I'm using it for my German, I'll probably say I nicked it off British Power or something like that, or off a crashed glider or something. So yeah, that is basically the end of all of most of the new stuff I've got. I've got a couple of new videos that I mean to upload, that I have been meaning to upload for ages and ages. Just not got around to doing it just because of work, and it really has to take the priority over uploading YouTube